Okay, I'm here doing another movie to try to show off my screen. What I'm trying to do is, again, I'm making these movies because I believe I have a defective screen. I'm getting a lot of comments about, people saying things as if they're defending the Atom, and I'm not trying to make videos about the Atom having an LCD issue, but I'm trying to make videos so other people with LCDs can compare their screen quality, because I believe I have a defective tablet. So first things first is make sure you're watching this video in 1080p on YouTube. Otherwise it doesn't show up really well. It's hard to have anything show up anyway, because through the camera it's very tough to show this, because there's color coming up through, and it's only when the color comes up through can you really see the issue. So people have said, what do you expect from a $400 tablet on the LCD? So I've sourced the G tablet here to show you exactly what I expect from a $400 LCD, because the G tablets looks way better than mine. And several people who have had G tablets or still have G tablets have said the exact opposite, that the Atom LCD not only has better viewing angles, but is either comparable or better in screen quality. And that is not the case with my Atom, which is why I believe I have a defective one here possibly. So I'm going to do my best to kind of show off what I'm seeing here with various colored backgrounds. It's very difficult. I'll do what I can. One thing you can notice right off the bat is the reflectiveness of the screens. The Atom is, I have no overcover. The Atom is supposed to have a matte film between the glass and the screen, and that might be what we're seeing here, or too much or too little, or it's not supposed to look like that, or anything else. Maybe why I see this problem I do in my screen. It may be overly matted. I don't know. It's just something I finally noticed because I have a different tablet sitting right here. If that not making a difference in the quality, that's great, because you can see that it does cut glare, and that's a good thing. As long as it's not what's causing my problem, it's a good thing, I guess. So I'll boot the G tablet, boot the Atom. Now, through booting, to me, to my eye, it's incredibly obvious, because this boots with a white screen. Looks great, looks very white like it's supposed to. And my Atom instead, again, black, I see nothing. Black looks great. Watching a dark movie looks excellent. But the whites just really seem to show, like you can see the boot up, it boots up in, I believe, full brightness. It really shows this coloring issue I have, which is not, it's not the pixels, has nothing to do with that. It's a red, green, blue speckling, as if light is diffusing out. Like a prism. Okay, again, we're on a white background here. This makes it incredibly obvious for me to see. I know the camera doesn't show much. See if I zoom in what I can get. So you can see here along the bottom. I have to tilt the Atom a little bit to bring it front on to see it, because it has a 5.36 or something degrees of something or other of tilt, which is the same amount of percentage of people that are still waiting for their pre-order ones, I think. So you can kind of see that down there. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And then I'll focus over here on the, see how I come in. You can see it's not pixeling. You can't see this speckling over here, and it's not pixels that's the problem. So let's go to this site here. Okay, I'm going to go to ledr.com. When it's in this, when it's sideways here, I really have an issue with my big old, with my big old fingers trying to work the atoms. ledr.com. Color test page. Okay, so zoom back out here. Gives us a lot of colors. So instantly, this is exactly what I'm talking about. To the human eye, the black looks perfect, but all the colors have a huge issue, and none of that issue is with the gtablet. So it's not about screen quality, it's not about the price. They're supposed to be pretty similar, yet I have this red, green, bluing type effect, especially on these green and yellow and whites, although white to the camera is very difficult to see. So let's pull up the green and let's see what the camera will pick up here. Hopefully something. So even at this angle, you can see that graininess pattern. So as you can see, it's not over here, and it's not to the human eye either. Again, I believe I have a defective screen, and that's what the problem is here. And this is not graininess from the camera doing it to anything, because I have both of these right here. This isn't two separate movies here. Yellow looks really bad to me through the camera. You can see some of this. Yeah, holding it at different, but I can try to zoom in and try to pick up some of this, see if it will or not. Okay, you can see that. Again, make sure you're on 1080p, because otherwise everything mashes together. You won't see it. And then I can get it through the whole screen to almost look like that. Let's pick up the gtablet here. And I can obviously at an angle get it to make weird horizontal things, but that's not what I'm trying to look at on the other one. I'm moving it so much it's not even focusing. Slow it down there. There we go. My shaky hands have it not focus. So again, there's a good picture of it here, and then the gtablet does not have that. I would love for this to be on here. I went through a painstaking process to get an Atom. I also have a Pixel Qi coming, which I'm quite sure that's not going to have this problem either. I want all the features that the Atom has. That's why I have an Atom. I just think I got a bad screen. Several other people have gotten bad screens, but different defects with lines and bad pixels and stuff. I think mine's either smushed together too hard, too much matte, something's in between there. I don't know what the problem is. I'll take a second and pull up a couple other colors, because although the camera will often see different things. In fact, look at the magenta. Do you see the bluish and purplescent, and you don't see that over here? Although the magenta is not one that really pops out at you to the eye, like some of these other light colors you can see through a camera. You got to try these different colors to try to show you. You see all that? That's exactly what I see every time I see a light color, every time I see through movies any light color, and it's not here on the G tablet. I'm just hoping Notion Ink will let me let this get looked at by Tactus in Texas, or get it sent back. Here's blue. Here's a darker color. The darker you get, you can't really see so well, but you can sure see through the camera here. So some of these darker colors, although is less contrast between these two tablets, it sure makes a pretty big difference through the camera, at least. So yeah, I just spent $400 on a G tablet to try to show off this problem. Of course, I'll return it, but now you see black, you can't see that issue, but you can see the reflectiveness there. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Oops, went too far back. And there's the whites, which obviously to my eye is the worst, but not necessarily to the camera. I don't know if there's anything else anyone would want to see between these two or not. There's the both home pages there of Eden. The G tablet. Oh, let me zoom out so you can see here. G tablet's thinner. Nice and thin, but it's missing all the ports. I understand it's a little thicker here, but it's got all the great ports, all the great accessories. That's why most people have, you know, spent a lot of time getting an Atom. The camera, this only has a front facing. The camera on the Atom will move over, which is great for recordings and stuff like that. Handle's great on the side. So overall, I would be much happier with an Atom if I can get my screen looked at, because the G tablet is missing. My HDMI out for sure is a big one for me, and then the no camera on the other side, and all the other ports. So this kind of went long, so that's that. I'm going to send this into Notion Ink support and see what they say.